Muaira Pwama powder. Have you been noticing a difference in the pictures, and can you see a visual change in yourself through the photos?
You know, I'm big on being honest. We haven't looked, like I haven't gone back and like really looked.
Okay.
But knowing in the scale and knowing in the mirror what I see every day, like there's a very big difference. So.
And then I went ahead and put the hormone and testosterone balancer or hormone booster powder, the root powders, and I went ahead to my rack and I put a little bit of every single one in there.
One thing that I have always had are really intense like premenstrual cramps and things like that. Now in the past, and I've been hearing for years, specifically seeds, and one thing you had talked about was hormone balancing. I actually didn't really have any premenstrual anything, and then out of nowhere, I was like, oh, my cramps. So I feel like my hormones kind of have started balancing out. That's something that I told Richie.
Of seeds with hemp seed, chia seed, fenugreek seed, fennel seed, mustard seed, cumin, hemp seed. Did I say that one? We've got some apricot seed.
Okay.
We have some bee pollen in there. Welcome back. I'm Jamie Greff, and you're here with the Bib Lifestyle. This is week number 8 for Operation Richie and Lauren. I went ahead and just put everything together for the next couple days for these guys. Today, we've only got Lauren with us. Lauren, come on out. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Fantastic. So, this is your final week for
Yes.
the 8-week operation, and how are you feeling so far?
I'm feeling great.
I'm happy, so happy to hear that. We went ahead and put everything together. We didn't have to prep it because you guys have been watching us for the last couple weeks. Lauren came in last week. She prepped up some food. Richie was in for a couple days before that. You've watched me do this time and time again. Have you learned a lot through this process?
I have, yes. I definitely am seeing the benefits of the fruits and the seeds and the nuts and the beet juice. So I definitely learned a lot.
Excellent. I'm so happy to hear that. So this week is their last week. And what we're not going to have for them this week is the salad bowls with the grains, the beans, the cruciferous vegetables, and the leafy greens. Because we want to slow down the digestive towards the later part of the evening so that the body can just kind of heal a little bit quicker and just get more waste out of the body and kind of use up what's in the body and what's left there, so we get these incredible results by the end of the 8 weeks, because that's what we're really looking for. So what we have here today are some incredible fruit bowls. They consist of some pineapple, papaya, orange, and some cantaloupe, I believe is
Yes.
what you chopped up for us in there.
Yes.
Okay, then we have some beet juice, and inside the beet juice, I went ahead and I've got, of course, some fresh beets. I've got the beet lettuce. I added a few carrots and some green apples to sweeten that up a little bit. I don't like to add any more than 3 ingredients to the beet juice. 2 or 3 ingredients tops.
Let it do its job.
Let it do its job, exactly. We mainly want it to be the beets, and then we have a trail mix right here. So there's going to be one trail mix for 5 days, each 5 days, a beet juice for all 5 days. Inside the trail mix, we've got some dates down at the bottom, some Turkish figs.
Ooh.
I have some Brazil nuts, some hazelnuts, some walnuts, and some raisins. Do you like all those?
I love all those. The last trail mix have been really, really good. It's like a meal.
It is, and that's what it's going to be. I'm glad that you enjoy those. So we got the fruit bowls, the beet juice, the trail mix. Then we have the seeds. Inside these jars of seeds, we have got a concoction of seeds with hemp seed, chia seed, fenugreek seed, fennel seed, mustard seed, cumin, hemp seed. Did I say that one? We've got some apricot seed.
Okay.
We have some bee pollen in there.
Nice.
And a few others. I can't bring them off the top of my head.
I see some pumpkin.
Pumpkin seed, sunflower seed. Oh yeah, there's a great combination of powerful seeds in there. And then I went ahead and put the hormone and testosterone balancer and hormone booster powder, the root powders, and I went ahead to my rack and I put a little bit of every single one in there.
Wow.
And we can just see the rack down here. We've got some ginkgo biloba, yohimbe bark, some thionine, some ashwagandha root. We've got maca root, horsetail extract, wukong rong. We've got red maca root, muira, I believe is how you pronounce it. Muira puama powder. We've got kelp powder, some red faux tie, Fedosia agrestis. Have you heard of half of these?
No.
Turmeric. I put a little bit of fresh coconut sugar in there to sweeten that up. And then we added some matcha powder, sal palmetto, moringa powder, goat weed, tungut aoli, some white willow bark, and some golden root seal.
Wow.
Some golden root powder. And that's what we have in each one of these. So
Great.
this is just going to be a week of powerhouse of nutrients.
Got it.
So what I want you to do this week is I'm going to have you take the root powders first thing in the morning.
Okay.
That's going to be your first one. When you wake up, you're going to have a glass of water. You're going to get your hot water. You're going to drink a glass of water first.
Okay.
Lubricate the body.
Yep.
Then you're going to get your hot water, let this steep for 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
Then you guys are going to take this down. That's going to hold you over for the first probably 2. It's going to give you a lot of great energy.
Okay.
And then when you get hungry, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to drink your beet juice.
Got it.
All right? So them powders are going to start to help balance those hormones, boost the levels inside the body. It's going to do so much work. Then she's going to drink the beet juice, and that's going to begin to help cleansing the liver all by itself. She's not even going to have an appetite because that root powder is just going to have you flying for the day, right?
Okay.
You're going to have to force yourself to take this stuff down.
Okay.
All right? So then next you're going to have the beetroot with the apples and the carrots, okay? And then once you get hungry, probably around 12, 1 o'clock, it may even be 2 p.m., you're going to eat your fruit bowl. All right, and with that fruit bowl, I want you to try and consume the seeds. And if you can't consume them all, save them for a little bit later in the day, around 3 or 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and then make sure you finish the seeds. Try to make sure you guys consume all of this each and every day. And then when you get hungry later on in the evening, if you are even hungry, that's where this trail mix is going to come into play. And you're going to finish your evening off with that trail mix.
Okay.
And it's just for the next 5 days.
Yes.
You may think like, oh my gosh, is this going to be enough food? But again, it's all about the nutrients, and they are just going to overwhelm your body with so much goodness. You know, it's going to be the week that you're going to feel the most energy and feel the best throughout the last 7+ weeks. Yes. And again, for you guys out there, make sure you hit this like button, follow my channel, and share it with your friends and family. This is the Bib Lifestyle. Now, Lauren, she is feeding for 2. So she is concerned whether or not this is going to be enough, of course, for her lactation, for her baby, and the support there. So I told her, I believe, yes, from all my research, this will be enough for her. But what I want her to let me know is if after the 2nd day, if she's not feeling up to par, we will give her some more nutrients and more food to add to that, which I will just give her some more trail mix because I still want to stay away from the leafy greens and the beans and the grains for this week, just for this final week. So we'll add in another jar of trail mix to compensate for that extra little bit of appetite. But if I'm correct and the research is correct, she is going to be A-okay. Now, talk to me. We're on week number 8. What's going on in your head? What's going on in your body? What can you share with us and all of those people out there watching?
You know, one thing that I think, you know, I know it can be a little taboo and we don't talk about women things and things that go on, but the reality is, you know, women menstruate, women breastfeed. So I actually was menstruating last week. And one thing that I have always had are really intense, like premenstrual cramps and things like that. Now, in the past, and I've been hearing for years, specifically seeds, and one thing you had talked about was hormone balancing. I actually didn't really have any premenstrual anything, and then out of nowhere, I was like, oh, my cramps. So I feel like my hormones kind of have started balancing out. That's something that I told Richie about it too. I was like, wow. I was like, I've been saying for seeds for years, and so that was a big one for me. Was noticing that.
Yeah.
It still is, quite intense for a few days. However, though the week leading up, which is usually really, quite strong cramps and whatnot, I didn't have that.
That's great to hear. And I know, you did talk to me earlier in the week about that.
Oh,
You wanted something
yes.
to boost your iron. And I said, get some beet juice. Did you go out and get some extra beet juice for yourself? Or?
I did not, but I went to the trail mix and I got the dried fruit.
Okay.
So,
yes.
and then the next day or two, like everything leveled out. And again, this is something that, I think going down the line, like, I'd like to see how it goes once I continue. I know we talked about, you have, like, we doing the seeds, like once the 8 weeks is over, like that's
Yes.
something that I, specifically the powders and the seeds that I'm really like, I'm kind of really starting to believe in it. So it'd be interesting to see moving forward if I just, continuing on this, if it really is helping balance out. Like, I mean, I don't know, maybe, it's because I gave birth. I don't know, but I would like to see, and it felt like it was something like just overall, like my mood, again, I always have to, like, what is it when you...
Elaborate,
No, like when you have to give like a
That's
statement, again, the baby.
Oh, yeah.
Within the realm of an infant, it does seem overall better. Because he's still a lot of work, and I think that's one thing people don't realize is, especially with breastfeeding, it is very, very intense. I'm lucky enough that I get to stay home and, we breastfeed but it's been emotionally, it can be a lot, but I will say, I feel like, just my mood and everything is kind of leveling out a little more. And I really, I think it's because of this.
I hope so. I hope that is truly what it is, because that's what I'm trying to show you, that this is what it is. And it's the only way for her to learn that is to actually experience the bib lifestyle, and I really thank you guys for being participants for this second season, and to have you carry it on afterwards. My sister is an RN, and she's in her mid-40s now, and she was talking to me. She's anxious for me to get her these seeds.
Nice.
Oh yeah, she was talking to her doctor, and she's like, oh, my brother, he's doing this and doing that, and she's waiting for me to get him to her, because I keep preaching to her how important it is as well, and how valuable and how effective it really truly is.
Well, when they want to, when doctors are like, well, maybe you should take a hormone to replace it, and like I said, I've been hearing for years, seeds can do that, and now I've finally arrived, and now that you're helping put it together, and for us to see, it kind of feels like, I feel like it's working. So,
that you've heard it. You heard it from her mouth. You heard it from her, not me.
So, yeah.
Well, that's great to hear. I'm glad that you're getting all these great experiences. I'm glad that you participated. I hope that you can carry on afterwards with it.
Absolutely.
We're going to come back in 1 more day, 2 more days, and Richie's going to be with us, and we're going to have the other 2 more fruit bowls, and basically we're going to just hear what Richie has to say throughout this as well. So I'm glad that you kind of left that for him to leave with us for this last episode coming up with you guys. And then, hopefully maybe you can actually be there as well. I know I was thinking about one last episode, but I think if we get the 2 of you, you can kind of give us both your overall experience and share with the people how powerful it was for you truly. And we're going to have those great before and after pictures as well. Have you been keeping up on your weekly photos?
We have, and I actually rated myself. I'll save it, but
Okay,
Yeah.
but just a little question here.
Yeah.
So have you been noticing a difference in the pictures, and can you see a visual change in yourself through the photos?
you know, I'm big on being honest. We haven't looked, like I haven't gone back and like really looked.
Okay.
But knowing in the scale and knowing in the mirror what I see every day, like there's a very big difference. So we just need to go back and look. It's just, again, babies sometimes one thing after. I'm sure we'll look this week though.
Yeah. Or just save it to the end.
Or maybe I'll save it to the end.
Save
We
it
can all
to the
look
end. Yep, absolutely. Well, guys, you saw it here on the Bib Lifestyle, Operation Richie and Lauren. Thanks for tuning in. Again, hit that like button. Follow my channel. This here is the Bib Lifestyle. Always remember, be your best body.